Okay, these are the mobile antennas. As you can see, we have two of them here. Um, they're around about a metre long, and they come with the mountings. You can see they just clamp through the antenna itself onto any kind of round pole. You can clamp them onto railings, um, anything like that. And you can see they're quite simple. Put the U-bolt through, put the nuts on, tighten them up. The important thing is to make sure that they're pointing towards where you get the best signal, which I can tell you about that in a little while. So those are the antennas. They come with, I think it's 7 meters of cable attached. You can get extensions, but the more you extend the cable and the more joins you have in it, the more the signal drops on its path from the antenna to your phone. So that's the antennas. We'll now go and show you what's at the other end. Right, this is what's at the other end. This is the pad which fits, as you can see, a little brass connector there. It screws onto the end of the cable from the antenna, and it's simple, a little pad. And what this does, it transmits the signal from the antennas into your phone. So once you've found the best place to point your antennas, you run this into the house. Your phone sits on the top of the pad. They come with some Velcro, so once you've found the correct position, you can put a bit of Velcro on the back of your phone, so it always sticks to the right place. And this pad then transmits the signal into the antenna in the phone. The other advantage of having the Velcro on is that when you lift it up, it would all come up in one lump, rather than this one, which I have to pick up as two parts. So it makes it a little bit simpler. It's also important when you're doing these to make sure you get the best position for your phone on the pad. As much as 1/4 of an inch difference in position of the phone can make all the difference in signal strength. So that's pretty much a case of trial and error, of moving the phone, seeing where you get the best signal, moving it back again, seeing whether the signal drops off, picks up. So it's a case of trial and error. But that pretty much is what happens, how they work, and how you would get a signal from the antenna to your phone. Now what I'll do is I'll now show you the other way that you can use these with an extra bit of kit. Is what we have in our house and our office, so that we can have phones all around the house. This is the other way of using the antennas, and that is to connect them to what's known as a GSM terminal. Now you can see here, this is the cable coming in from the antenna outside. This connects here to the GSM terminal box. This is an Ericsson one. We were very, very good. Avoid the cheap Chinese ones. They're rubbish. They don't work very well. Now what this does, if I can find my way into the box, bear with me a second. Right, I've got the top off. Now you see in here there is a SIM card, and this is pretty much like a mobile phone, if you like. Put a SIM card in, we're attached to the antenna, and that picks up the mobile phone signal. Now this end, this is power, and this is a line to a normal telephone. It can be a wired phone, it can be like these, which are hands-free. Now we have this is the base station for it. We have another 2 phones attached in different areas of the house, so I don't have to keep running up to the office every time the phone rings, because usually I don't make it. So that's what this does. It gives you a much better connection and a much better mobile signal than using the pads, because you've got a direct connection from the antenna into this box to the SIM card. Now you'll notice there that there's a couple of lights on this. Red one is power, the green one is signal strength. Now you can see there we've got 3 flashes, which means a very good signal strength. The only thing better than that is a solid green light, which means excellent, and you can't get any better. Now with these, if I only got 1 light flashing, I would still have perfect call quality. You only need on your mobile phone 1 bar when connected to the pad to have perfect voice quality. But these, the advantage with this is that you can plug in a base station or plug in a handset or whatever, and have phones anywhere you like. You can run an extension to another room, plug one in, they work very, very well. So that's the other way of doing it. The cost of these, the Ericsson ones, you can buy them second hand. We got one recently for someone on eBay, about £40 I think it worked out to. So that, coupled with the antenna, plug a phone in and off you go. So there's 2 ways of getting decent phone quality. I forgot to say on this as well, that in here, depending on who your phone provider is, both Vodafone and Movistar will do multi-sims. So the SIM card in here has the same phone number as the one in my mobile. So when I'm here, I don't need to put my mobile on the pad anymore because I don't get any reception, so the calls come directly through to here to the phones. When we're out and about, both phones actually ring.